Hey everybody, I wanted to make a video here, obviously in regards towards Metaphor Refantazio, and it is about the best farming spot for the late game area, and possibly you could say it's just like the best farming spot in general to an extent, with the exception of one other place. So, we are currently up at the, as you can see, the Desecrated Ruins, and if you come over here at the very bottom floor, and then you come into this room where these two mimics are, if you come over here and you attack them, as you see, they can drop Hero Jeweler's Root. And for those who don't know what that is, come down here. It increases the archetype experience you gain by 3,000% for each use. It's just like the ones you get with the Hero Leaf of Light each time you rank up an archetype mastery. However, let's say it gives you 3,000 instead of 1,000. Now, I highly recommend this spot specifically because it gives you those roots, and you also generate leaves. And so the party composition I have, or had going for this, I've changed it now, but I had the rest of my party being tycoons or merchants, and then myself being a ninja, because whenever you are the ninja, as you can see, if you come down here and look at it, or any of the thief type, you get the pickpocket skill. So each time you defeat or stun an enemy in overworld combat, you have a chance to steal items from them. And the items you would be stealing is, of course, those roots. Now, these guys are level 65 whenever you come down here, so long as you're not 3 levels above them, you won't be killing them in overworld combat like I do in 2 hits. And in a way, it's actually better to do that, because the more you hit them, the more things of those you can gather faster, is toward the way I want to look at it per run. Because otherwise what you're doing is you're going over there, you're killing those dudes, you're coming over here talking to the cat, you're going into academia, you're sitting through loading screen, you leave in academia, you're going through another loading screen, and then you run back over here again, and then you smack them 2 more times, and then they die. So that's the general process. And like I said, sure, you get the 1,000 Maj for it and whatnot, but if you're trying to do what I was doing, to where you're trying to give everyone their royal archetypes, and just all archetypes in general, which actually does have a good reason to do. I won't tell you what it is, on account of it's kind of spoiler area, but just trust me, it's good to do. But just doing that is easily one of the best things as far as farming spots in the game. Now, there are 2 other locations in the game that I personally recommend. One of them is being the Dragon Temple, out by the island, and I recommend that just because it gives you a place for the mid-game where you can get Magla pills, you can get experience, you can get archetype experience, all that kind of good stuff. And let's say it's good for the mid-game. Now, in the actual full late game, in the final dungeon, there's technically 1 or 2 better spots where you have like 3 Magla crystals around that are spawning enemies, and they're all human-type enemies, so they're giving you better experience and all that kind of jazz. But seeing as that's the very end of it, I personally don't really like it, because I like that I can just get these and go and use them. Now, this place isn't good in terms of the Magla you get, and that's why I sort of recommend the other 2 locations to be farmed to an extent, because, like I say, when you're trying to research everyone's archetypes, then you spend a lot of mag trying to get everyone to learn everything. And it's actually an issue I ran into, is that I had to spend some time farming the final dungeon in order to get everyone leveled up. So, that is a quick little PSA that I wanted to throw out there and just let everyone know about it, be aware of it, and all that kind of jazz. Let's say, Dragon Temple specifically on the 7th floor is where I personally recommend farming for the mid-game. Here's where I recommend farming for the end game, and then if you need to, you can farm in the final dungeon really easy. But yeah, that's the video, and I hope that it helps you out, as I was looking for something, and I didn't want to have to struggle looking through things to find it. So, I hope that's helpful. Have a good one. If you enjoyed this information, be sure to give a like, comment, or subscription, whatever you want to do, or do nothing. That's your choice too. But anyway, without further ado, I'll see you guys in that next one. Bye-bye.